Hello Libra, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your weekly tarot check for March 22nd through 29th for all Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And first off, I want to thank you so much to all of you who have been subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos. I really appreciate the views and co-creating with you. And if you're new and would like to subscribe, I'd love to have you, and hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted, which is about every week. So I hope all of you are finding that mind, body, spirit connection, and you're staying well. You know, keep tuning in, keep reaching out to people, and know that we're going through this. I'm finding that in the readings by the end of the week, things are really starting to look up. And I think for a lot of us, I'm in a heavily restricted state, and the restrictions lift at the beginning of that next week. I think a lot of us are going to be feeling that. So let's see what's going on here for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Libra. All right, you start off here with the Four of Cups. That's Sunday. Monday, you've got the High Priestess. Interesting. Tuesday, you got the Chariot. And then Wednesday, you've got the Ten of Wands. Thursday, you've got the Star. Friday, the Three of Swords. Saturday, the Three of Cups, and then on Sunday, you've got the King of Cups. The bottom of the deck, you got the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. I'm going to give you that one too. So interesting here. And I take those two together because they're different cards, but they're both in important energy, I think, and a powerful energy. So you kind of begin Sunday a little bit blasé. It's just kind of like, leave me alone right now. A little bit down in the dumps. I feel like kind of pensive, wondering, you know, what's going to happen. I think a lot of us are in that same boat and know the universe has a plan, and, you know, the universe is going to bring things forward to us that we can't even begin to imagine. Now, I do think on Monday, there's been somebody that hasn't been fully honest about something. You know, it's possible. For some of you, I do feel like there could be a third party in some of this. I'm just going to be honest about that. It doesn't necessarily have to be. I've got a couple storylines coming through. You've got, I haven't mentioned this, but you've got Cancer, Taurus, Aquarius here. You've got fire, water, and air, a little bit air. Not predominantly though. It's like you get suspicious on Monday that somebody's been lying to you. And for those of you that are suspecting a third party, I'm going to tell you to trust your intuition on that. For somebody else, though, I think you had a different kind of a situation where a relationship ended. And it wasn't a third party in terms of an affair, but there was too many players, too many people giving advice and opinions and things. Two different storylines here. That person wants to come back around. The other one, though, I think you're going to move on to something better. So if you catch somebody cheating on you, I don't think you're going to be willing to work that out. Wednesday, you're going to be putting, those of you that are suspecting somebody, you're going to be putting on your detective cap, and you might be looking online, but you're moving forward towards an answer and towards a resolution. And I think that's going to be the focus for a lot of your week. For those of you that that's not your story, the other one that I'm getting is you're just very focused on moving forward in general in your life and looking at what's next. You've had some time to take your own inventory and look at your life, survey your life, take a look at the landscape, and kind of look at, what do I really want here? The Chariot is it's a very strong energy. It's Cancer, I think I mentioned, and this is like about obtaining your goals. Okay, so I feel like for those of you that have a relationship that's shaky, that's not your goals. You know, it's like, this is not goals. I don't want this anymore. That's where I feel like you get a real turning point in some of this. For those of you, like I said, that have somebody who wants to return, you might have been wanting this for a while. And you have been, Wednesday is all about, it's working hard, but it's a burdensome kind of a feeling that you're putting down. It's a conclusion of a cycle. So I feel like by Wednesday, you could be getting some communication from this person who wants to come back and has an amends to make. Again, I think it was more them that left things than you, but there was definitely a heaviness to it. It left you heavy-hearted. And that energy, though, is shifting away from you, because by the time you go to Thursday, this is all about self-care, but it's also about wish fulfillment. And this is where your faith really, is proven. The things that I believed and knew were going to happen start to show up. So this is by Thursday, where you get a really nice momentum through the week, in the middle of the week here, or beginning, I guess, Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday, it really shows up in your momentum. There's a nice vibrational shift here that takes place. And again, I feel like you are going to get some kind of communication. And for those of you that may be ending a relationship, the communication for you is going to be a lot of support. There are going to be people around you that are uplifting, and it's going to kind of be in a way a blip on your radar. It's always painful, but it's not going to keep you down for long. So I do think for Friday here, this will be, again, two separate things. For those of you that are suspecting some kind of third party, you're going to get information that really proves that towards the end of the week. But for those of you that are broken up with somebody, this is where they come back and want to own their betrayal. It wasn't, like I said, I don't feel like it was an affair as much as an emotional betrayal. They talked about you, even to some extent, it was somewhat slanderous, where some of what they were saying, it almost feels like a bipolar manic episode where they're saying things, well, I know he's going to do this or he's going to do that you weren't doing. And it was like they went around and talked about you because they knew what they were doing was wrong, but they couldn't get control of themselves, basically. So they're going to come back through and they are going to own that. And this is where, again, you've got 2 3s right in a row. For some of you, you're going to have a reunion. And I do feel like for the reunion people, it's going to give you some pause, but there's definitely, this is for Saturday, definitely a feeling of celebration. I feel like for those of you that are leaving something, you may have some kind of a very small social gathering, because again, we're under restrictions, or something, even like a Zoom group that gets together and really wants to kind of laugh and have fun and just maybe share some old times and things like that. But by Sunday, this is a very emotionally stable energy. So I feel like whatever you go through, by Sunday, you're really going to be feeling secure, emotionally stable, grounded, connected, and able to express yourself. And I think the people around you too are going to be able to express themselves. That's where I feel like if it's next, they have made some changes and they realize the wreckage that they caused, and they want to be stable this time around. They want to be more of an adult. This is a mature energy. This is not some little page bringing a little wimpy offer. This is a big, stable offer. And I do think if you reconcile with somebody, this person could be, it could end up being like a marriage. It's going to be a long-term commitment for those of you that are going to reconcile. For those of you that are coming out of something, you do have new offers coming in. And this is going to be an exciting time. I mean, this Ace of Wands can be a new opportunity to work-wise, and the King is like a new boss. Could certainly, after this whole pandemic, see some changes coming forward in terms of work life, with new leadership, with people who couldn't hack it in there. This is a very revealing time, by the way. I mean, I see people that are very spiritually fit are doing fine, but the people who weren't very spiritually fit, boy, is this revealing. You can see all their stuff. I mean, the crazy is just coming right out. So I do feel like for some of you, if you've been burdened, you had some kind of a burden at work, that is going to be concluding, and there's going to be new life coming forward. But for a relationship, this Ace of Wands, when it's about reconciliation, if you're asking, the answer is yes. And this person's into it. They've leveled up. They're a King of Wands now. So definitely if you're dealing with a fire sign, Libra, you got a really strong indicator here that could be a long-term commitment coming forward. Let's give an Abraham asking it as given card here. Now, Abraham Hicks sent me an email today about a program they're offering because they're canceling their workshops. And it sounds like it's a series of workshops for the same rate as a day workshop. I haven't looked at it too much, but it's interesting if you're interested in that. I can accept myself as a vibrational being. Once you begin to accept yourself as a vibrational being who attracts all things that come into your experience, once you understand the correlation between what you are thinking, feeling, and what you are receiving, you then hold the keys to get from wherever you are to wherever you want to be on all subjects. Okay, so know that the law of attraction is using us. We don't use the law of attraction. It matches us every single time. So I love you so much, Libra, and I will be back again in a week to give you an April 2020 tarot check.